pieces. Because usually peanut seeds is a little bigger than the sesame, than the soybean, or than the sunflower seeds. So in order to make it more easy to price and make it more easy to be cooked before price it, so we need to break the peanut seeds into smaller pieces to make it more easy to increase its moisture rate and to increase its temperature. And we know that because usually before we press it, we need to use the toaster. So the crusher is working for the toaster. Yeah, I hope my explanation can give you some knowledge or some introduction about this can equipment, and then can help you to choose suitable machine for yourself. Yeah, thanks. Now let's go. Yeah, you can see from here this is different when the peanut through the sheaf, and it will be broken by the two things and into smaller pieces. Yeah, you can say the video is very clear for you. And then the small pieces peanut and will be transported by another bucket elevator. We call it, this is a softening pot. We also call it a big the steam boiler or steam, or how to say, this is a kind of toaster, steam boiler, how to say. Yeah, maybe different people have different name about this machine, but that is used to heating the oil stains and to adjust the stains moisture rate. Because when I actually for different and oil seeds, before we price it, the oil seeds need to reach a suitable temperature, a suitable moisture rate, and then can be priced easily, and more oil can be out from. And so usually the temperature of the oil seeds, they should be around the 100 to 120 degrees, and the moisture rate of the seeds should be no less than 12%, and then it can give you more oil and better quality oil. Yes, you can say for this can the boiler toaster, it have different floor, and during the oil stays through each floor, and then the temperature and the moisture rate can be reach the best how to say conditions. Yeah, here. So for this can the toaster, it can working continually. It's not like the drop type toaster. Drop type toaster that is a kind of batch type machines. For this kind the toaster, when you put 10 kg cells into the toaster, then it start running, and when it finished the running, hello, welcome to see our live show today. Yeah, this is the live show of peanut oil process machine, and we are Henan Glory Oils and Fats Engineering Company. Can give you different kind oil sales machines, and also give you some technology and some other things of these kind machines. Yeah, welcome. So now, so for this can, the toaster can give you effective working principle and the high speed, high efficiency, and the oil stains can be processed more. How to say? The oil stains condition will be better for you to price it. Yeah, so let's continue, and then. The oil stains will be transported to the next step. Yeah, we call it flacking roll. The flacking roll that is used to break, to how to say, to make the peanut stains into better pieces, and then the oil can be more easily to be priced out.
董买家进入直播间了。
Welcome to see our live show. Yeah, today we are talking about introduction about our peanut oil precise machine, and now we are talking about the pre-treatment and the pricing line, and later we'll also to show you some oil refinery machine. So now after flaking, in order to make sure that the seed temperature and the seed moisture rate is better, it can be kept for a stable situation. So now we still have another cooker. We can say from here, yeah, when the peanut in the seeds inner it, and when it's finished, it will be outed and transported by another bucket elevator, then transported to different price machine. You can see here is
董买家进入直播间了。
Welcome to see our live show. Yeah, this is Kelly from Hunan Glory Oils and Fats Engineering Department, and we are the oil sales process machine manufacturing. And besides the equipment, we also can give you some proposal, suitable advertisement, and suitable recommendation of the machines can meet your demand to help you can start the business as soon as possible. Yeah, so after we adjust the oil sales temperature and the moisture rate, and then we will need to price it now. So now it's pricing steps now. So you can say from the video show you here, the below part, that is the price part, and this is a preheating part, because we need to guarantee that the oil sales temperature is stable.
董买家进入直播间了。
Welcome. Very happy to see you here. We are very happy to see you guys coming to see our live show today. And now, before prices, we need to keep the oil sales temperature is stable. So at here is another heating toaster, and then price it to get the crude peanut oil. You can see how it works from here very clearly, and then the oil will be out. You can see for this is the oil residue scraper. So during this machine is running, because when we press the oil sales, when the oil out, some impurities will also come out with the oil. So when we use this can scraper, we can to remove the big impurities, just like so very small oil cake. Can collect the small oil cake and collect them, and then go back to the press machine again, and to make sure that the residue oil rate can be reached the lowest rate. You can see from here. Yeah, here is a clarifying oil tank. During this, you can see this is also some scraper. So when the oil in the bottom, some impurities will also fall down in the bottom of the tanks. So when we use the scraper to collect the impurities and the small oil cakes, and then go back to the price machine to price it again.
董买家进入直播间了。
Welcome to see our live show. Yeah, I'm talking about the peanut oil precise machine today. So besides the pre-treatment and the pricing part, I will also to show you the crude peanut oil refinery plant video show you later. Yeah, so after the scraper, we also need to use another can filter machine to get a more cleaner oil. From here. Wait 1 minute. Yeah, this is a can of leaf filter. For this can leaf filter, we call you can see here is some filter plate. This is made by stainless steel material, and so it's very durable and it's very easy to operate. You can see from here. Yeah. Oh, wait 1 minute. You can see, yeah, they used oil pump to dispatch oil into the leaf filter, and then the filtered oil will be out from this coil and then to the oil storage tank. And this is the oil. Sorry, wait 1 minute. Maybe let's give you more minute to give you more introduction about this canned leaf filter. For this canned leaf filter, the eye is made by stainless steel material, so it will be more durable. And for this canned machine, you do not need human. You do not need workers to clean it, because this canned machine, it can be cleaned by itself. Because for this part, here is a shaking motor. For this part, so it can heating the plate, and then make the impurities can be fall down into the bottom of the machines. So then it can be start running, can go back to running for all the times. Yeah, and for this kind of machine, we are also in the vacuum dryer system, vacuum environment, and then that can make sure that the oil do not need to react with the air, and then can make sure that the oil's quality is better, the oil color is more bright. Okay, let's keep going to the next step. So when the oil out, the cake will be also out from here and will be collected by the conveyors. So go to next, and then the peanut cake will be transported. Then the peanut cake, wait. Yeah, and then the peanut cake will be collected by the conveyor and go to storage. We know that for the peanut cake, it also can be recycle used for different area, just like the animal feeding and some snack and some other things. Yeah, so actually for the peanut oil business, we cannot only get profit from the oil, we can also to get profit from the cake. So if you usually want to do this canned business, please contact us. I think and I believe that our sales manager will give you the suitable recommendation, and our engineers will also to give you his best proposal, professional proposal, and give you the suitable design to meet your specific demand. So if anybody in our live show you want to do this canned business, you can leave your contact information to us, and then our sales manager will contact you. So now the pre-treatment and the pricing part of peanut oil already finished. So now let's go to the refinery part. Okay, wait 1 minute. Wait 1 minute. Yeah, now from this video we can show you the title. This is a can of batch type edible oil refinery plant. Why we start this is batch type? Because you can say from this video we show you that the capacity of this
有买家进入直播间了。
Hello, welcome to see our live show today. And now we can say that this is 1 to 10 ton per day batch type edible oil refinery plant. This the refinery plant can process crude peanut oil, crude sunflower oil, crude soybean oil, crude cottonseed oil, crude palm oil, and other things. Yes. So for the refinery plant, I think maybe some people know it's 4 steps. The first one is degumming, and the second one is the deacidification. The third one is decolorization, and the last one is the deodorization. So for the 4 steps, will be show you later in the videos, and I will to give you introduction of them clearly and give you more information about that. So for the for our oil refinery machine, besides this can this can the batch tap, because batch tap refinery plant usually suitable for 1 to 20 ton per day capacity, is just like some small capacity, and for higher capacity, just like 30 ton per day, 50 ton per day, 100 ton per day. That means you will need, maybe you need to use the semi-continuous refinery plant and full continuous refinery plant. But this time I will only to show you the batch type refinery plant with 1 to 20 ton per day capacity. Okay, so now let's continue for the video introduction. Yeah, from for now you can see from this video that is waiting, I'm finding the mouse. Yeah. So for this kind of video show you is also including the workshop size design. So another thing that is, besides the equipment and the proposal, we also can supply you the the equipment layout drawings and the workshop building condition drawings and the equipment foundation drawings. Yes, because we have professional and experienced for engineer can give you such a kind of service. Yeah. So you can say for this kind of machine, usually for batch type refinery plant, your workshop size, your workshop height should be no less than 8 meters. Here is the 3D video. And we call it cold water tower. Yeah, cooling tower and water jet vacuum pump. This can is used to provide vacuum environment for the oil tanks, and the cooling water is used to provide the cold water for the oil processing steps. Later we'll show you how it's to use and its function. So we can say from here, we call it the degumming and the deacidification oil tanks, and this is the decolorization, and this one is the deodorization tank, and this one is the steam generator, and this part is a leaf filter. You can see, yeah, refinery tanks, the decolorization tank, the deodorization tank, steam generator, leaf filter, the heating conductive oil storage. Yeah, so because for the refinery plant, it will need to supply high temperature for the crude oil and use the high temperature to remove some impurities of the crude oil. So in this can plant, it will need some power to supply high temperature to produce temperature. So now what we used is the conduction oil heating system. For the conduction oil heating system, maybe somebody, if you were doing some factory working or doing some factory operation, you will know that the conduction oil heating system is very economic system for the factory manufacturing, because for the conduction oil heating system, it can supply high temperature, very high temperature. It can be reached to maybe 280 degrees or 300 degrees. And also the conduction oil can be recycle used. So that means if you use this kind of heating system, your running cost of the equipment will be lower too much. Because besides this kind of heating system, we also have the electrical heating system. For that kind of system, that means you need to use electrical all the time. We know that for most countries, your industrial use electrical will be, the price will be more higher than your home use electrical. So if we do some business if we do any business, so if your running cost is lower, that means your benefit will be higher. So that is our designing principle. That is to give you more opportunity to get higher profit from the business. Yeah, so let's go back to our equipment. You can say now we are trying to use the oil. This is a can of oil pump. We use oil pump to transfer the conduction oil into the conduction oil storage tanks. You can say this is conduction oil. And then we use the pump to transfer the conduction oil into the terminal, into the boiler. And when the conduction oil temperature become increased, reach to maybe 100 or 200 degrees, and then the oil will be transported to another part. Then will be transported to the cooking oil tanks to heating the edible oils. And then when the conduction oil temperature be cooled, and then go back to it will go back to the boiler. Wait. And then it go back to the, you can see from here, this is the crude oil, and this is the clean conduction oil, and this is the used conduction oil. When it's mixed, that means the cooling conduction oil and the high temperature conduction oil can be mixed. If we mix it, maybe the higher temperature oil can be cooling, and the cold conduction oil can become higher temperature. So it's a kind of heating exchange. So this is another method to save your energy. You can see from here. And so this part will show you how the conduction oil can be recycled used all the times. Yeah, you can see this is to have a, yeah, this is the coil heating. Oil coil will be heating by the terminal. Then transported to different can tanks. So from here, when we get the crude peanut oil, will be transported to the refinery tanks. We call this, they are degumming and deacidification part. And you can see from here, this is the conduction oil heating coil. So for this part, when the high temperature conduction oil enter it, so then it can heating the edible oil to make it can increase its temperature. You can see the red coil is the red color coil is the conduction oil coil, and the yellow color coil that is for used to transfer the edible oil like peanut oil, sunflower oil, and soybean oil. So during the degumming and the edification,
有买家进入直播间了。
Welcome to see our live show about the peanut oil process machine, which including pre-treatment and price and the refinery part. So now we are introduction about the oil refinery part now. So maybe somebody will ask me why the crude oil need to be refined. That is because when we get the crude oil, maybe some impurities is still in the crude oil, and the color maybe is a little dark, and the smell maybe not very good, and also have some, and in that place will also have some bad things. Some impurities is bad for human body. So we will need to use the refinery plant to remove these kind of impurities, and then it can be reach the international required quality of cooking oil for human. And for the refinery plant, it will including the degumming, the edification, the colorization, and the deodorization. For degumming, that is used.
有买家进入直播间了。
Welcome to see our live show. Yeah, we are talking about the peanut oil process machine now. Now is the refinery part. So for the first type of the refinery, that is the degumming. Degumming that is used to remove some bad things in the oil and to make it can be have better qualities. And when we degumming it, we will need to add hot water. We need to add hot water in the crude oil, and then stick them. Yeah, during the degumming part, the oil temperature is around 80 degrees. And then you can see from the video, we add
有买
hot
家进入
water.
直播间了。
You can see we are adding the hot water into the oil. You can see, and then to stick them, and after stick them, we will need to stop the conduction oil to heating them, and to stop the stick and let them is to settled maybe for several hours. And then the impurities with the hot water will be reaction, and to produce a kind of bad impurities, and then we will drop them. And this is the degumming, and this is the degumming degumming process. And then we will need to heating the oil temperature to 90 degrees. And for this part, we will need to add the alkali liquid. We need to add alkali liquid, and then it will be naturalization.
有买家进入直播间了。
Welcome to see our live show about the peanut oil process machine, including pricing part and the refinery part. Now we are talking about the Now we are talking about the refinery part of the crude peanut oil. Yeah, so now it's the deacidification part. The deacidification part that is used to remove the soap, because after we use the alkali liquid into the oil, and it will have the reaction. We call it neutralization, and then the soap will be produced by this step. So we can use the soap for industrial use. Now the soap is already dropped out. So now the degumming and the deacidification step already finished now. Then go to the next step. We call it decolorization. Decolorization, that is used to reduce the color of the crude oil, to make the oil's color is more bright, more clear. Yeah, you can see from here we already used the stainless steel material, and we can see the tank structure is different. This part for the decolorization tank and the deodorization tank, both of them are in the vacuum environment. Because just like for the decolorization, we will need to add the white clay in the oil to remove the color of it. So we need to guarantee that the temperature should be in vacuum environment, and to make the temperature is more safe. And during the decolorization part, the oil temperature it should be around 120 degrees. Yeah, before we add the white clay, we will need to use we need to heating the crude oil in advance, and to make sure that there is no air, do not have too much water in the crude oil, and do not have the air in the oil. Because if the crude oil have too many water in the oil, when we add the wet clay into the oil, maybe the wet clay cannot working very perfectly to remove the color of the machine. Yeah, now you can see from here is we put with wet clay from here, and some sticker is still sticking it all the times. So the decolorization process should working around 20 to 30 minutes will be fine. And then after the decolorization, the oil cannot go to the deodorization directly. It should to remove the used wet clay firstly. Yeah, this is just like what you shoot before on the pressing plant. This is a kind of a leaf filter. Maybe somebody, if I have any experience about the oil production, maybe he will want to know if we can use plat filter. Is that can plat filter for the refined oil, for the decolorized oil to filter the wet clay. But we know that for the decolorization, the oil temperature already reached to 120 degrees. But so that will need that will require the filter machine can afford high temperature. But plat filter cannot afford high temperature. So only this the leaf filter can afford the high temperature. And because we made it by stainless steel material, so it will be more durable and safety for the oil production. Yeah, you can see the video. Yeah, actually, for the filter steps, we not only to filter one times. Maybe we need to filter them maybe 2 or 3 rounds, and to make sure that all the wet clay was being filtered totally. Because if have too many used wet clay into the oil deodorization tank, that will also to to produce some bad elements in the oil, so that will also affect the oil quality. So for the filter part, it needs to be very clearly and carefully, and to filter the wet clay completely. You can see this part will to show you how the impurities and the wet clay is catched by the filter plate. And then maybe somebody will ask how the filter machine to be cleaned. Okay, so now from here we can just see how it works. So here is, we call it steam. Now we use the high temperature steam to heating to dryer the plate, to heating the filter plate, and then wait. Yes, here we use the steam value, air value, column, and this is the steam generator to supply high degree steam and to dryer the filter plate, and then make the wet clay can be solid and to be drier. Yeah, here is some oil will be also filtered by this can. We call it back filter or safe filter. And after that, we use the vibrating motor to heating it, and then the used wet clay will be out from here. So we call it. So that's why we call this machine can cleaning it by itself. And this is the steam generator working principle part, because we know that if we want to supply vacuum environment for the oil tanks, we need to have this kind of equipment to provide the vacuum. That is how to work. And then the cleaner oil will be transported to the deodorization tank. You can see from here, maybe you can see some wind is processing it, and then the vacuum environment will be occurred. And here is an oil pump. The oil pump is always to pump the oil and then spare them, and to make sure that the oil can be react with the high temperature totally, and then to make sure that the bad smell of the machines, the bad smell of the oil can be reduced totally. And during the deodorization part, the oil temperature can reach to 260 degrees. So for this part, the oil temperature is very, very high, and for the tanks, all material is used by stainless steel material. Anybody? I think maybe you need to remember it carefully. Yeah, you can see this is the pump, oil pump, to spare the oil to reaction with the high temperature and the vacuum dryer system. And then now from here the oil is very high temperature, but before we fill them into oil storage tanks, we need to make sure that the oil temperature can be slower than before. So now we will need to use the cooling tower to supply cold water to make the oil can be make the we need to use the cold water to decrease the oil's temperature. Usually we need to make the oil temperature is around the 60 degree or 70 degrees, then it can be stored in the tanks. And now the above information is about our Bashtap crude oil refinery plant. So I think according my explanation today, waiting 1 minute. So according my today's explanation and the introduction of our peanut oil price machine and the refinery plant, I hope you guys already have some understanding about this kind of equipment and this equipment working principle. And then I can so if you need more spare information, more details of the plant, of the equipment, you can contact us, and I think whatever our sales manager or our engineer will give you more introduction about it. Yeah, so maybe somebody will because for the peanut oil precise machine, it was popular in many countries, just like in China. Yeah, especially in China, Shandong province, Henan province, is very people really like peanut oil. And in Tanzania, and just like Africa countries, in Tanzania, Zimbabwe, and just like the Ghana, in these countries, they also like peanut oil. And for our equipment, we have different kind of projects, like in Indonesia, like in Tanzania, in Sierra Leone, in Sudan, in Kenya, in Nigeria.
有买家进入直播
in
间了。
different countries have our oil precise machine equipment. Maybe not very same like the video I show you. Just also have some single price machines and the bigger pricing plants, just like 20 ton per day, 30 ton per day, or 100 ton per day, and also have some refinery plant projects in Indonesia, in Ghana, in Kenya, and some other countries. For now, we already have more than our machine already sold to more than 100 countries and area. So I hope for our company, our principle is just like customer success is doing success. So we think if we can to give you best service, good quality machines, and perfect technology instruction, so and then that can help you to start the business as soon as possible. So besides above equipment, for the peanut oil precise machine, we have 1 to 20 ton per day, have 30 to 200 tons per day peanut oil pressing plant. We also have the different kind refinery plant, which have batch step refinery plant, semi-continuous refinery plant, full continuous refinery plant. Our biggest refinery plant can reach to 1,000 tons per day, and the smallest one is 500 kg per hour. Sorry, that is 500 kg per day refinery plant. And for the heating method, besides the electrical heating system, conduction oil heating system, we also have, if your capacity is higher than 10 tons per day, the refinery plant will need to use a steam boiler. We will need to use a steam boiler to supply more high temperature and steam for the whole processing plant. So anyway, besides the peanut oil, we also have the sunflower seeds, peanut, soybean, cotton seeds, castor seeds, and anyway, different kind of oil seeds process machine. So if your site really need the equipment of the oil seeds process machine, please contact us. Actually, just what I showed you, that we have different projects in Uganda, Nigeria, Indonesia, Pakistan, Thailand, Malaysia, Bangladesh, and other things. So if you need this kind of equipment, please contact us. Okay? Yeah, I hope now today I already gave you some introduction about equipment. So if you want to know, maybe next time I will show you more introduction about the soybean or sunflower seeds or other things, oil seeds process machine. So let's looking forward for my next live show to you. Okay? Yeah. Okay. See you. Have a nice day, sir. Bye bye.